We all know about Adam and Eve, the first couple in the Bible, the origin of humanity according to Judeo-Christian tradition. We've heard the familiar names of their sons, Cain, Abel, and Seth, figures who have become central to many religious narratives. But there's a story that's rarely told, one that has been forgotten in the shadows of history and belief: the daughters of Adam and Eve. According to various non-canonical religious texts, ancient folklore, and apocryphal writings that were excluded from the official scriptures, Adam and Eve didn't just have 3 sons. They had daughters, 2 women who played a vital role in the continuation and expansion of the human race, yet whose names and stories have been largely erased or ignored. Who were they? How many were there? And what happened to them? Their existence holds deep spiritual secrets, tales that might just challenge everything you thought you knew about humanity's true beginnings. In today's video, we'll uncover a forgotten chapter of sacred history, ancient records about Adam and Eve's daughters, controversial theories that surround them, and the profound spiritual messages they may hold for the modern world. If you're ready to unlock the hidden half of humanity's origin story, then the journey begins right now. In the shadowed corridors of ancient scripture, where the stories of humanity's dawn whisper through the ages, lies a topic so rarely explored it feels like a hidden treasure: the mystery of Adam and Eve's daughters, often overshadowed by the dramatic tales of their sons Cain, the firstborn who bore the stain of fratricide, and Abel, the righteous second son whose life was tragically cut short. The daughters of Adam and Eve remain enigmatic figures, their stories tucked away in the margins of sacred texts. Yet, these women, born of the first man and woman, hold a key to understanding the origins of humanity, their lives woven into the very fabric of our spiritual heritage. The Bible, in its timeless brevity, offers a tantalizing glimpse in Genesis chapter 5, verses 4 and 5, revealing that after Seth's birth, Adam lived for 800 years, fathering countless sons and daughters before his death at 930. This fleeting mention sparks curiosity. Who were these daughters? What roles did they play in the unfolding saga of humankind? While the Bible remains silent on their names, ancient Jewish traditions, particularly the Book of Jubilees, illuminate these elusive figures with vivid detail. Known as the Little Genesis for its joyful resonance with the biblical narrative, the Book of Jubilees is an apocryphal text that retells the creation of the world, the fall of Adam and Eve, and the lives of their descendants. Its oldest surviving manuscript, dating to around 700 BCE, is believed to be a copy of an even earlier work, possibly penned by Moses during his 40-day communion with God on Mount Horeb, or by the scribe Ezra. This text, revered in Israelite culture and echoed in early Christian traditions, offers a window into the lives of Adam and Eve's daughters, whose names and legacies breathe life into the skeletal framework of Genesis. Among these daughters, the Book of Jubilees introduces Aven, the first daughter of Adam and Eve, whose name in Phoenician Hebrew evokes potency or vice. Aven's story is one of profound complexity. She became the wife and sister of Cain, bearing him children, including a son named Enoch, after whom Cain named a city following his banishment for Abel's murder. In some traditions, such as the Cave of Treasures, Aven is called Kelima, yet her role remains pivotal as the matriarch of Cain's lineage, a line marked by both creation and conflict. Equally compelling is Azura, the second daughter who married Seth, the righteous son born to replace Abel. Seth, whose name means compensation in Hebrew, was seen as a divine gift to Adam and Eve, and Azura, his sister wife, stood by his side as they forged a lineage of piety. The Book of Jubilees adds a poignant twist, noting that Azura was first betrothed to Abel, becoming a widow before marrying Seth and giving birth to Enos, a son celebrated for his devotion to God. These daughters were not mere footnotes, but vital links in the genealogical chain that stretched from creation to Noah anchoring humanity's spiritual and cultural evolution. The Book of Jubilees reveals that Adam and Eve, blessed with extraordinary longevity and fertility, bore hundreds of sons and daughters over their centuries-long lives. Eve, as the most fertile woman in history, far surpassed modern records, such as that of Valentina Vasiliev, who bore 69 children. Living to 900 years, Eve's progeny populated the earth. Their ethnic diversity, rooted in Adam and Eve's mixed-race origins, laying the foundation for humanity's rich tapestry. A truth echoed in modern mitochondrial DNA studies tracing all people to a single ancestral mother. This untold story of Adam and Eve's daughters invites us to reconsider the biblical narrative, not as a male-dominated chronicle, but as a vibrant tapestry woven by both sons and daughters. Their lives, though shrouded in mystery, challenge us to explore the sacred texts with fresh eyes, to seek the voices of those often overlooked, and to marvel at the enduring legacy of humanity's first family, whose daughters carried the spark of creation into eternity. In the vast tapestry of ancient scriptures, where the whispers of divine revelations echo through time, the Book of Jubilees stands as a luminous yet often overlooked gem, known affectionately as the Little Genesis for its joyful resonance. With the biblical narrative, this apocryphal text of the Old Testament is a treasure trove of spiritual insight, weaving together the creation of the world, the poignant saga of Adam and Eve after their fall, and the vibrant stories of Old Testament figures drawn primarily from the Book of Genesis. Its name, tied to the Hebrew concept of Jubilee, a celebration of joy and renewal, invites readers into a narrative that pulses with hope and divine purpose, offering a deeper lens into the origins of humanity and the sacred traditions that shaped a civilization. The antiquity of the Book of Jubilees only enhances its mystique. The oldest surviving manuscript, dating to around 700 BCE, is but a copy of an even older work, its origins shrouded in the mists of time. This ancient text, preserved through centuries of reverence, carries the weight of a sacred legacy, its words meticulously transcribed by scribes who understood its profound significance. Some scholars propose a connection to the Book of Chronicles, suggesting that the scribe Ezra, a pivotal figure in Jewish history, may have penned this work. Yet, the Book of Jubilees itself makes a bolder claim. It attributes its authorship to Moses, the great prophet who, according to tradition, received divine revelation from an angel on the hallowed slopes of Mount Horeb. The Bible recounts Moses' extraordinary 40 days and 40 nights on that sacred mountain, fasting in the presence of God, a moment of divine communion that lends credence to the possibility that he could indeed be the text's true author. The sheer antiquity of the manuscript, coupled with this tantalizing claim, demands that we approach the Book of Jubilees with both curiosity and respect, recognizing its potential as a direct link to the divine. Far from being a marginal text, the Book of Jubilees held a central place in Israelite culture, its teachings disseminated through numerous copies that circulated among the people. Its influence extended beyond Jewish tradition, resonating with early Christians who revered it alongside another enigmatic apocryphal work, the Book of Enoch. This companion text, widely known and even included in the biblical canon of early Christian communities, underscores the Book of Jubilees' significance. The two works together form a bridge between canonical and apocryphal scriptures, their narratives interlocking with the stories of Genesis in ways that deepen our understanding of biblical events. The Book of Jubilees, for instance, expands on the lives of Adam and Eve's daughters, naming figures like Aan and Azura, who played crucial roles in the genealogical tapestry of humanity. These details, absent from the canonical Bible, offer a richer, more textured portrait of the first family, inviting us to reconsider the scope of their legacy. What makes the Book of Jubilees so compelling is its ability to align with and amplify the Bible's core narratives while introducing fresh perspectives that ignite the imagination. Its stories of creation, divine covenants, and human struggles resonate with the timeless themes of faith, redemption, and the search for meaning. For spiritual seekers, historians, and curious minds alike, this text is a call to explore beyond the familiar pages of Genesis, to unearth the hidden layers of sacred history that have shaped Judeo-Christian thought. The Book of Jubilees is not merely a historical artifact. It is a living testament to the enduring quest for divine truth, a beacon that illuminates the path from the ancient world to our own. By delving into its pages, we uncover not just the stories of our ancestors, but a profound invitation to reflect on our place in the cosmic order, to embrace the joy of discovery, and to honor the sacred mysteries that bind us to eternity. In the ancient tapestry of sacred narratives, where the dawn of humanity unfolds with divine mystery, the Book of Jubilees unveils a captivating chapter, the story of Adam and Eve's daughters, Aan and Azura. These women, born of the first man and woman, are not mere footnotes in the annals of Scripture, but pivotal figures whose lives shaped the early threads of human history. While the canonical Bible focuses on the dramatic fates of Cain, Abel, and Seth, the Book of Jubilees, a revered apocryphal text, breathes life into the overlooked daughters, offering a richer, more textured portrait of humanity's origins. Their stories, steeped in ancient Semitic Abrahamic traditions, invite us to explore the profound roles these women played in the unfolding saga of creation, weaving a legacy that resonates through the ages. The Book of Jubilees introduces Aan, the first daughter of Adam and Eve, whose name in Phoenician Hebrew evokes potency or vice, hinting at the complex duality of her existence. Avan's life was intertwined with Cain, her brother and husband, a union that bore the weight of both creation and tragedy. According to the Book of Jubilees, Aan gave birth to children, including a son named Enoch, whose name would echo through history. After Cain's banishment for the murder of Abel, he founded a city called Enoch, a testament to his son and a monument to his enduring legacy. The Book of Jubilees, alongside other Abrahamic texts, celebrates Aan as a matriarch of Cain's lineage, though some traditions, such as the Cave of Treasures, refer to her as Kelima. This variance in naming only deepens the enigma of Aan, portraying her as a figure of resilience and significance, navigating the turbulent currents of her family story. Her role as Cain's partner underscores the intricate familial bonds that defined humanity's earliest days, where love, duty, and survival intertwined in the shadow of divine judgment. Equally compelling is Azura, the second daughter whose life bridged tragedy and redemption. Azura married Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve. Born as a divine gift to replace the slain Abel, the name Seth, rooted in Hebrew, signifies compensation or substitution, reflecting his role as a beacon of hope for his grieving parents. Seth's lineage, marked by righteousness and piety, is celebrated in the biblical narrative as the path through which humanity continued to worship God, eventually leading to Noah, the ark builder who ensured humanity's survival through the flood. Azura, as Seth's wife, was a vital link in this sacred genealogical chain, connecting the creation of humanity to the pivotal figures of Judeo-Christian tradition. The Book of Jubilees adds a poignant layer, revealing that Azura was initially betrothed to Abel, becoming a widow after his murder. When Seth came of age, their marriage forged a new beginning, and their union gave rise to the lineage of Seth, with Seth himself emerging as its foundational patriarch. The stories of Aan and Azura, as told in the Book of Jubilees, transcend mere genealogy. They are a testament to the enduring strength and significance of women in the sacred narrative. These daughters navigated a world of divine promises and human failings, their lives shaping the moral and spiritual trajectory of their descendants. Avan's legacy, tied to the complex figure of Cain, speaks to the resilience required to build anew amidst exile and loss. Azura's journey from widowhood to matriarch embodies hope and continuity, her partnership with Seth laying the groundwork for a lineage of faith. Together, they challenge us to look beyond the familiar tales of Genesis, to honor the unsung voices that carried humanity forward. The Book of Jubilees, with its vivid details and ancient authority, invites spiritual seekers and curious minds to rediscover these daughters whose stories illuminate the intricate mosaic of human beginnings. Their lives remind us that every name, every choice, ripples through eternity, shaping the destiny of generations. As we delve into their world, we are called to reflect on our own place in the cosmic story, to embrace the mysteries of our origins, and to celebrate the women who in the dawn of time wove the first threads of humanity's sacred legacy. In the ancient echoes of sacred history, where the first threads of humanity's spiritual tapestry were woven, the lineage of Seth and Azura shines as a beacon of divine purpose and enduring faith. As recounted in the Book of Jubilees, a revered, apocryphal text, Azura, the daughter of Adam and Eve, emerged as a pivotal figure. Her life intertwined with Seth, her brother and husband, in a union that would anchor the righteous lineage of humanity. This couple, born from the dawn of creation, carried the weight of divine compensation, with Seth's name meaning substitution in Hebrew symbolizing hope after the tragic loss of Abel. Their story, enriched by the vivid details of the Book of Jubilees, is not merely a genealogical record, but a testament to the power of devotion, the resilience of faith, and the sacred legacy that shaped the Judeo-Christian tradition. The Book of Jubilees offers a meticulous chronicle of their lives, grounding their story in a divine timeline. Azura was born in the 6th week of the 4th Jubilee, a moment marking her entry into a world still raw with the echoes of creation. She married Seth in the 5th week of the 5th Jubilee, their bond sealed in a sacred covenant that would bear fruit for generations. In the 4th year of the 6th week, Azura gave birth to Enos, their son, whose name would become synonymous with spiritual awakening. Enos, in turn, continued the family's legacy, marrying Noam, his sister and the daughter of Seth and Azura, in the 3rd week of the 7th Jubilee. This intricate web of familial ties, detailed in the Book of Jubilees, underscores the interconnectedness of humanity's earliest figures, each marriage and birth a deliberate step in the divine plan to preserve a lineage of piety. The Bible, in Genesis 5, verses 6 to 11, provides a skeletal framework for this lineage, noting that Seth lived 105 years before fathering Enos, then continued for 807 more years, serving other sons and daughters, until his death at 912. Enos, similarly long-lived, begot Cainan at 90 and lived 815 years thereafter, fathering more children before passing at 905. These extraordinary lifespans, a hallmark of the antediluvian era, reflect a time when humanity's vitality mirrored the divine breath that first animated Adam. Yet, beyond mere longevity, it is Enos' spiritual legacy that captivates. Genesis 4 verse 26 declares, "At that time, people began to call on the name of the Lord," a profound statement attributing to Enos a pivotal role in fostering worship and devotion. His era marked a spiritual renaissance, a turning point, when humanity, through Seth's lineage, deepened its relationship with the divine, invoking God's name with reverence and purpose. Enos' devotion, rooted in the righteous example of Seth and Azura, was no small feat in a world shadowed by Cain's transgression. The Book of Jubilees portrays Seth as the patriarch of a lineage chosen to uphold God's worship, a counterpoint to Cain's wayward descendants. Azura, as his partner, was not merely a silent consort, but a co-architect of this sacred legacy, her strength and faith anchoring their family through centuries. Their descendants, from Enos to Noah, carried forward this mantle, ensuring humanity's survival through the flood and preserving the divine covenant. The lineage of Seth and Azura, as chronicled in both scripture and apocrypha, is a powerful, narrative of resilience, where each generation built upon the spiritual foundations laid by their forebears. This story, illuminated by the Book of Jubilees, invites us to marvel at the intricate design of human history, where names like Seth, Azura, and Enos are not mere relics but vibrant symbols of faith's enduring power. Their legacy challenges us to reflect on our own spiritual journeys, to consider how our choices ripple through time, and to honor the ancient voices that still speak of devotion and divine connection. For spiritual seekers and curious minds, the lineage of Seth and Azura is a call to rediscover the sacred roots of humanity, to embrace the timeless pursuit of God's presence, and to celebrate the family that, in the dawn of time, lit the path to eternity. In the ancient dawn of humanity, where the first sparks of divine creation ignited the story of our existence, the lineages of Cain and Seth emerge as two distinct threads in the sacred tapestry of Genesis. As recounted in the revered Book of Jubilees and rooted in Semitic Jewish traditions, these lineages, born from the unions of Adam and Eve's children, weave a narrative of contrast, resilience, and divine purpose. Cain, the firstborn, married his sister Avon, forging a lineage marked by ambition and tragedy, while Seth, the righteous son born to replace the slain Abel, wed his sister Azura, giving rise to a lineage of piety that would anchor humanity's worship of God. These stories, illuminated by ancient texts, invite us to explore the profound origins of humanity, revealing not only the diversity of our beginnings, but the enduring legacy of our first family. The Book of Jubilees paints Avon as a complex figure, her name, in Phoenician Hebrew, evoking potency or vice. As Cain's wife and sister, she stood by him through his banishment, bearing children, including Enoch, after whom Cain named a city, a defiant act of creation amidst exile for Abel's murder. This lineage, though shattered by Cain's transgression, reflects a tenacious will to endure, its descendants carving their mark on a nascent world. In contrast, Seth and Azura's union radiates hope and redemption. Seth, whose name means compensation, in Hebrew was a divine gift to Adam and Eve, and Azura, once betrothed to Abel, became the matriarch of a lineage celebrated for its devotion. Their son Enos, noted in Genesis 4:26 for ushering in an era when people began to call on the name of the Lord, solidified Seth's line as a beacon of spiritual fidelity, leading to Noah and the survival of humanity through the flood. The sheer scale of Adam and Eve's progeny adds another layer of awe to this narrative. The Bible, in Genesis 5:4-5, notes that Adam lived over 800 years after Seth's birth, fathering countless sons and daughters until his death at 930. Eve, as the first woman, was a paragon of fertility, her vitality unmatched in human history. Ancient tradition suggests that Adam and Eve bore hundreds, perhaps thousands of children, their extraordinary longevity and robust health enabling a prolific legacy. To put this in perspective, modern records, like that of Valentina Vasiliev, who bore 69 children in the 18th century, pale beside Eve's centuries-long fertility. Living to 900 years, as biblical accounts claim, Eve's role as the mother of humanity was not just symbolic but a biological marvel, populating the earth with a multitude of descendants who carried the divine breath of creation. This vast progeny also laid the foundation for humanity's ethnic diversity, a lesser-known but fascinating aspect of Adam and Eve's legacy. Ancient traditions describe Adam and Eve as mixed race, their children inheriting a rich mosaic of traits that gave rise to varied ethnic descents. This diversity, woven into the earliest generations, reflects the vibrant complexity of humanity, united by a common origin. Modern science echoes this ancient wisdom through the study of mitochondrial DNA, often termed mitochondrial Eve, which traces all human ancestry to a single maternal source. This genetic evidence affirms that, despite the myriad ethnicities and races that color our world, we share a profound connection to Adam and Eve, our first ancestors whose children seeded the earth with the beauty of diversity. The lineages of Cain and Seth, as chronicled in the Book of Jubilees, are more than genealogical records. They are a mirror to our own spiritual journeys, reflecting the choices that shape our destinies. Cain's line, marked by struggle, reminds us of the human capacity for redemption amidst error, while Seth's line, radiant with faith, calls us to pursue divine connection. Together, they challenge us to honor the diversity and unity of humanity, to marvel at the fertility and resilience of our origins, and to reflect on how our actions ripple through eternity. For spiritual seekers and curious minds, this ancient narrative is an invitation to rediscover our shared roots, to celebrate the sacred legacy of Adam and Eve's children, and to embrace the timeless story that binds us all to the dawn of creation. What did you think about today's video? Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If this video opened your mind or helped you see reality in a new light, don't forget to like and subscribe to Top Hidden Knowledge so you never miss our next deep dive into mystery, perception, and the hidden workings of our universe. And if you have time, explore more videos on our channel. We're just getting started. Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and never stop questioning the world around you.